play-action run. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A give to Cook out of the gun. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. From the 29, Newton. Touchdown! That's caught. Jakobi Meyers, 29 yards, as his guys are on the board first here tonight.
The catch and the touchdown, they were the end result of a terrific route run by the receiver.
Extra point up and good by Bullock, and that makes the score 7-0. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. Takes it at the 7. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. On the catch, this is Chris Johnson. So the completion results there in 9 yards, and that'll make it 2nd and short. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game.
At the 36-yard line.
We remind you in just a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Orlando and our good friend Jonathan Coachman. Coach will run through some of the numbers and the next-gen stats. Oh, and now Vic throwing another interception. Picked off by Brandon Faison. Boy, Charles, that is now 3 interceptions in 3 consecutive drives, and you can see he's just got a look of disgust and bad body language, understandably, as he walks off the field.
And I think it comes from the fact that he's not sure what he's seeing.
And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. DeMarcus Lawrence, his 2nd sack of the night. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
31's the mic. Watch the slant. 31.
Another try after the first down sack. Newton. That is caught. It's Chad Johnson. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big connection on that one. 35 yards.
Well, partner, that's how you make a long drive suddenly not so long anymore. One big play, and they're already in field goal range with designs on getting more than that.
And the Seahawks are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as good running gets them down to about the 4-yard line. They'll run with Cook, and he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Dalvin Cook taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Bullock good on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. From the 6. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive, as they will take over here with a little more than 30 seconds remaining. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 45. And they will get the first down here as they move into field goal range as well, inside the 25. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Play action. It's Newton. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Now Newton on first down. Under pressure, and they got to him again. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash, it's a 42-yard attempt. Bullock's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. A very one-sided first half, 17-0 our score as we get going in quarter number 3. Taken in at the 3. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. We sit in quarter number 3 out in Seattle, a 2nd and 10 now. Now here's Vick. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
Vick with the incompletion there on 3rd down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Now Vick on 4th down, on the move to his left. Got an open man, that's David Njoku, the tight end. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
On 1st and 10, here's Vick. Caught, right side, it's Lewis. They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. They just get the play off. Now Vick rolling to his left. And that is taken in by Njoku. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big play that time through the air. 32 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Here's Michael Vick. He gets it left side to Johnson. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. Again, it's Vick. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
A 1st down throw coming for Vick. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
So this is what happens when you throw interceptions. That confident veneer that you have gets chipped away a little bit. Maybe a little bit gun-shy throwing it around.
Yeah, underthrowing him there, and you're right. Those interceptions may be in the back of his mind. It'll be Vick once more. Steps away to his left. Vick loses the football. It's out. And this will get out of bounds at the 2-yard line. Thankfully for the offense, a fortuitous bounce there on the fumble goes out of bounds because they're down here in the red zone. You don't want to lose one there.
You don't want to lose one, and the best part, because it went out of bounds, they retain possession, still have an opportunity to put points on the board.
On 3rd and 1, here's Vick, buying time to his left. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Michael Vick taking it in from 2 yards out. And his guys are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Out of the end zone comes Johnson. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead. It's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
And you can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime and sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Well, this had trouble written all over it from the start. He's got 2 extra defensive backs in the game he's got to deal with. They're in a dime set. So everywhere he's looking, he's seeing a different color jersey. And sure enough, this one winds up being intercepted.
And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. 3 quarters have come and gone. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. From the 31, Vick. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
On 3rd down, Vick out of the gun. And that is incomplete.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. He'll have the wind at his back here in the 4th quarter. The kick by Carlson is good, and they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
20. Come on, come get some. He don't want it. 31.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. So an instance there of Cam being Cam. We know he can use his legs.
And with that big body, it's hard to get him down, even if you get a clear shot on him. Plus, he moves it a lot faster than what people think. And boy, does he have fun playing the game of football.
And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now, I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Javon Hargrave, the D tackle, getting the sack. He's certainly one of those quarterbacks that can burn you with his mobility, but that time able to hem him in and get him to the ground.
Perfect descriptor right there about how they kept him in the pocket. Excellent job of containment, but they were still able to continue to bring such strong pressure without letting him escape. But how about those guys in the secondary as well? Kept the coverage tight, plastered to the receivers, and left no real options for him to throw it downfield.
So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. Here's Newton. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. The Seahawks send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. This is taken at about the 14. 51 yards on the punt there. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Being chased out left. He's got a first down past the 30. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. That one checks all the boxes, doesn't it? You get the first down, check. Get out of bounds, stop the clock, check.
Bro, how about one last check? Keep your quarterback from getting hit. That's a big check.
Yeah, check there as well. Good call. Now Michael Vick dancing to his left. He's going to let it fly. And that's caught inside the 30. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A big connection on that one. 36 yards.
And this is obviously a spot where you lean on your stars. Get the ball to them in open space and let them do what they do.
Vick to throw. And this one's incomplete. Who's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is it just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Vick steps away. Looking left sideline, incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely four-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Here's Vick. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Haven't heard much from him all night, but welcome to the party, making his presence felt in a big way.
They've kept him under wraps all night long, but boy, did he find a great time to bust out.
Back to throw. And it's caught. It's a touchdown. So they rally here in the final minute, and they're an extra point away from tying this game.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good, and we are tied here in the 4th quarter. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. Newton's throw complete there to Johnson. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. Cam to throw. Forced out to his left. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. And we're at the 41, 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. Busting through contact. Just wasn't a huge hole there for him to operate. Stopped just inside the 35-yard line.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
So it all comes down here to the right foot of Randy Bullock. They'll spot it at the 40. It's a 50-yard kick for the win. And it's off the left upright. Oh, my goodness. Heartache. It's no good. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
Out of the end zone comes Johnson. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. Tackle made that time by Anthony Barr. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. First throw in overtime for Newton. He's going to air one out. His throw incomplete.
You got to remember, because now that we're in overtime, mistakes get magnified. So you got to walk that line between being aggressive and being careful, because that was a dangerous throw right there. You obviously could not have an interception in this spot.
And nearly was an interception. He's lucky to get that one back. Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. And that is incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
A big call here in overtime. They're going for it on 4th down. They snap it to Newton. That is caught. It's Chad Johnson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. To the air again, Newton. Escaping the pressure right. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down. A give. This is Cook. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. Opening drive of overtime, and now facing a 3rd down and 6. Big play coming up. Throw right side going to be caught by Waller. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. Newton steps away to his left. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And as a result, possession switches hands. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
On 1st down, it's Johnson. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, you don't turn your nose up at a gain of 4, do you? They'll take that on 1st down. Playbook's got to be pretty well open on 2nd and 6.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Time to see what Vic can do in the OT. This is the tight end, Njoku. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Part of the reason we're in overtime, all the interceptions he's thrown in this game, but that was a good throw right there.
Hey, he's really not daunted, is he, partner? I mean, it's been interception palooza for him, and he's still pushing it downfield, trying to make a play, and he was successful on that throw.
And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. Now remember, this one is not over, but with the time running short here in this overtime, that could very well be the game winner.
Yeah, remember now, the other team does get a possession, but when the clock runs out, that's it. So that was a well-calculated drive to use up the majority of the clock and leave your opponent with little to no time left.